Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the top side as the magenta pink. No, this is magenta English. We have Warudo spawn as the pink French. We have zZOMyGoDZz. Looks like both sides, of course, collecting some fishes, other resources. Got a lot of fishies in the middle of the map. We do have a secret site here and here. There's only two secret sites on this map. We do also have the trade post with some good opportunity for long distance trading. And this creek line is very easy to defend a long distance trading. You can put it way in the corner and then make a long distance trade, and all you need to do is protect this central crossing point. Looks like both players finds a whole bunch of sheep. So we do got some relics all across the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like more in favor of purple or magenta. And it's looking like the sheep are going to be walking all the way home. Looks like magenta is going for some early walls. Want to be a little bit defensive. I don't blame him. Now we also have some fishing boats as well. This is trying to increase his his collection rate by taking some of his wood, investing into fishing boats to basically increase his villager count without actually getting second town center. We've got a council hall here that I believe is the longbow landmark. Over here we do have the Chamber of Commerce, an economic one. Pink has not deployed out any sort of walls, but he is going to deploy out some knights. So let's see what he's going to do with these knights. Over here we do of course have an outpost going up. Does take out, was that a wolf? An exotic doggy does go down. This outpost here could provide some good coverage and deny the fishing ships. We've got of course a handful of row knights, both players at tier 2 or at age 2. It does look like Pink is going for the King's Palace right now, so he's getting his own age 3 up and going. Now it's like a handful of French archers are advancing forward. Though it looks like he's getting healed up by these fish ships, are being healed up by this nearby dock. Royal Knights start sieging down this palisade gate. Then Gentra's going to respond with some more walls. We got an outpost here. He does go in a villager, as well as now his archers engage the now war galley. War galley does receive a bit of fire there, but will avoid any additional fire. And it's just going to go ahead and get an upgrade of arrow slits now. Over here looks like he's going for another outpost right now. Magenta's now sort of turtling up inside his own town, which can be both good and bad. Good for defense, bad for field control. And since Pink knows his opponent's turtling up, he's taking time to get out some trade caravans. Trade caravans currently load up with 38 gold, not bad. These fishing ships, they may be running low on fish as well.
What needeth being done?
And let's just sort of slow down a little bit. Of course, got age 3 for magenta. Let's see, King's Palace gives access to scouts, more villagers. Is that it? Not sure what this landmark does, but it looks like just some sort of advanced town center, which can also go for Imperial. Notice that it can go from pure age. Let's scout the fishing ship there. Very nice. You must be able to build villages really quickly from the town center. 20 seconds. Still just 20 seconds. So I'm not sure what advantage the King's Palace has of our regular town center. Oh, yeah, I just realized something as well. I need to make sure Rumble is up so I can see any sort of chats. I've got another fishing dock there to avoid those towers. Looks like some doggies find some knights. Those are purple knights are going down south to engage these trade caravans. It does get a trade caravan down. While we do have pink advancing, chasing down some of other purple knights. So he's going to be falling back, trying to save some of his caravans. He can't be losing these caravans. And now to have a handful of royal knights advancing forward. They have 194 armor versus 230 of the regular knights. Since he's at age 3, he's able to get out some upgrades for these knights. I don't think Pink has gone to his another landmark up yet. He has gone to another town center, but still in age 2. So Purple's maintaining a bit of a tech advantage for quite some time. He does have more villagers and more military out and losing cost. It looks like some of these knights are being found and focused down. We do also now have some crossbowmen being deployed on out. Crossbowmen, of course, are anti-heavy units. And these knights are still being chased down. These royal knights are falling on back. There's going to be getting more and more knights deployed out, and the crossbowmen support. There's going to be a lot of work against these forces.
Crossbowers, start yourself.
Got a big engagement here, having the reinforcing knights come on in as well. Need some good damage there. Some of Purple's knights do go down. Pink just has more knights in this region. The crossbowmen didn't get into combat as well. Crossbowmen may need to stand there and fight. 2 of Pink's archers are advancing forward, and the 3rd one's joining the mix. We do have 3 reinforcing purple crossbowmen. But right now, and now these crossbowmen can be overrun by these knights. This is going to be a massive engagement for Pink. Able to just get a good engagement there from the group of crossbowmen. Does pick off some of these knights as well. Overkill on that one. Sounds like a monk somewhere. Not getting these shots off. Doing a bit of a bad job of stutter stepping right there. Let's get some rounds onto that scout there. Now a couple more of these crossbowmen are going on down. But Pink will win this engagement given enough time. Some of Pink's archers advancing forward. They're relatively low damage, 5 damage plus 5 damage to light to melee, but they're fighting against no light melee. Knights trying to run away. Those do got health regen upgrade for the Royal Knights now. So these Knights can get themselves recovered in between these fights, so they're very good for hit and run right now. We do now have an outpost being pulled up by Pink here. This one tower looks like has been cleaned up by this galley. Looks like he did lose a Royal Knight there, or maybe it was a villager. Another villager does go down. And there goes some of those forces are getting cleaned on up. This Royal Knight should be recovered his health, no problem. And do have a couple of these knights still patrolling around. We got a good number of these heavy crossbowmen. Yep, their damage just straight up to heavy, not necessarily heavy infantry or heavy cavalry, just anything heavy.
Ik killed. Crossbow on their way up.
Here now. Oh. Oh no. Oh! Grab himself some royal knights and some villagers there. So overall, great conversion there by purple. Getting those villagers right there is also quite nice as well. It's like, villagers for me to build a forward outpost now. He has all these walls going on up or down. And well, soon he'll make sure they go down as well. Got a lumber, or not lumber mill, just a mill here to help collect the fish. And purple is deploying out more and more forces, this time with some spearmen, because they'll be effective versus cavalry. Got a large number of veteran royal knights now. He does find his opponent's knights and a couple royal knights in this mix as well. There's the royal knights. Of course, there are regular knights, not royal knights. A couple crossbowmen deploy out by pink as well, so you can help engage these knights. And looks like these knights going to advance forward, trying to overrun these crossbowmen. Need some great alpha damage there. Archers and crossbowmen advancing to support his royal knights. Royal knights are still charging forward. You have some spearmen now coming in the mix as well. That should be very effective. But they're actually getting a general move order forward. They must have been rallied there and they're being picked off. I don't think they got single point damage there. Pete's going for some archer. And this outpost does, of course, give units increased attack speed, which also does apply to melee units as well. So that is the primary purpose of that outpost for that aura. Fishing ships looks like making their way across that little reversible land in order to get some more fishies. And purple has secured himself a foothead here. Royal Knights getting some nice health regen. We also have this outpost here, and the villagers get overrun. Only one villager remains to manage to get inside that outpost, and soon he will be ejected. Well, pink does manage to get some more of these stone walls up, but not a full wall off. Though, up there, probably not really important. The low ground's right now important. So I suppose if he would have walled up the low ground, the high ground would have been the next point of contention. So it's going to take time to clean up this outpost here. And that outpost will, of course, go down. It's not upgraded, so now it can't even defend itself. It's a harmless wooden building that probably has nobody inside of it. Just walk through the front door and claim it for yourself. Unless there is somebody in there, he's supposed to cower in the corner and probably have the door locked. So the only way you can flush him out is by burning the whole structure down. Big wave of villagers advance forward, probably to help build these stone walls. We have one villager on the low ground building some palisade walls. So both sides want to make sure nobody advances to the left flank of the map. Pink has been streaming a lot of reinforcements to this gate here, or magenta. So Pink could try setting up some way to deny the reinforcements or perhaps intercept and cut them off. There's a lot of camouflageable cover here, so you could perhaps do some ambush tactics with cavalry or archers. Oh, even melee infantry wouldn't hurt. I think we'll go ahead and take some time and break down that wooden wall. Palisade wall has been cleaned up. That is a massive wave of knights. Looks like 19. And maybe I need to engage these forces over here. We have a bit of a reserve of forces, a levy, really, of crossbowmen and pikemen. And that force should be quickly overwhelmed, but we do got the rest of Magenta's force advancing forward. Trying to draw some fire over here. His knights are trying to close the distance. They are just regular knights as opposed to veteran royal knights. And the veteran royal knights will go and back on off. Over here, looks like purple will take time to build up some more walls, and this could keep these forces in. If he needs to get some of these walls actually started building, so he can completely trap his opponent's force. Looks like Pink stopped that knight there for a specific reason. He knew that he was going to get blocked in there, and now there's an avenue of escape and or entry. But right now, his own knight is blocking the entry and escape part right now. But right now, the crossbowman getting some great damage there onto the pikemen. But now we do have the crossbowman of his opponent engaging that one royal knight there. Crossbowman engaging each other now. Goodness there onto the royal knights from the spearmen. And right now, the royal knights are dancing around, which is not good. You may want to take the opportunity to withdraw those knights through that breach, but it's going to take time to overrun those crossbows. Crossbows are now engaging each other. Or no, the spearmen and crossbow. Knights trying to hold the line for the crossbow. Up north, we do have, looks like the knights still trying to overrun those crossbowmen. More of Pink's knights are advancing forward. This could have gotten so much more different if he would have actually got that wall started to build. If he would have got that started build, that would trap him on the wrong side of that wall, which could have then killed off all those royal knights with very little losses. Now these fishing boats are starting to go on down. Denying the English key ingredient to the fish and chips, delivered by the fish and chips. We now have a Karak down the battlefield, firing some volley of cannon fire. We also have, looks like, some pink workshops trying to be floated out, but looks like it's going to be unsuccessful. Up here, we do have these villagers getting overran by the pink cavalry. Crossbowmen have been upgraded to elite crossbowmen for most of the time. Magenta has gone to 4th age, Pink's only on the 3rd age. And I'm still trying to overrun those villagers. We got some spearmen as those crossbowmen mix as well. Looks like all of Magenta's force is getting overrun. Does quickly deploy out a mining camp there to deliver off all of that gold. But he has plenty of gold, honestly. Another Karak has been widen out, going for some shore bombardment to support his forces. Very, very nice. Getting some great damage in. Getting some great damage there as well. These Karaks was a good idea. This Karak is on fire, but does not receive any damage over time, unlike structures. Some of the royal knights are going down, receiving some more attrition from the Karaks. Now the Karaks can advance forward, but there is a bridge there, so they don't go so much. Though this can't deny his opponent from advancing through this breach anymore. Pink's force is trying to withdraw, but there is a full set of walls over there. But there is a gate which Pink can break down to escape. Looks like he's not escaping, however. Sometimes we back into corner, attack. Crossbowmen, spearmen are getting some hits in. All the royal knights down, but Magenta's force is getting whittled away. Pink only has the Arbaletier upgraded now, which does make it into a unique unit. Let's see. What's unique about the Arbaletier? It has a defensive passive shield. Best used when supported by others. So let's see. Gets, was it 2 range? I need to take a better look and see what those Arbaletiers actually provide. Here we go. Deploy passive. Gain additional 5 range armor. So it's a sort of like the pallets of the palings of the longbowmen. One's anti-archer, one's anti-cavalry. It was like these towers have enough rid of spring golds, hitting some of these magenta villagers, and these are pink forces. So pink has snuck in some infrastructure here of just mostly siege workshops. He was trying to go for a that's a purple keep there. So purple's going to take time to clean up these magenta buildings. And those spring golds do go down. We have now keeping employed out by magenta. Pink still has a force here, and this gate is still possible of being sieged down. We got one of these gates being walls being destroyed out by these battering rams, and that could give a good hard point for purple or for pink to garrison out this wall, since you can traverse the slopes here with your infantry. Now we've got some longbowmen. We can upgrade the volley ability right there, as well as the tailings upgrade. Castle or keep does go down right there. He does have nearby outposts for the aura benefits as well. He may have the upgrade. I'm not sure. It says only 15%. Does get inside of that keeper right there. He did place out the tailings there to defend himself from these cavalry. The Carracks are now finding some broadsides to support his forces. Pink is going to go swing around a white. He does spot some of these trade caravans, which you can take out. Miriam does go down there. Pink's advancing forward with some crossbowmen, or falling back with some crossbowmen. He could, like I said before, get on top of wall segment. Pink's getting some much needed health regen on these Royal Knights. Does find a caravan. A dead one now. Elite Spearman has been upgraded. Mining camp will be killed off. There's plenty of gold and stone in this region from the plain. Now we do have these spearmen now being overran by these knights. More and more of these spearmen advancing forward, getting some great work done. But of course, the knights, Oro Knights, are a very, very powerful unit. Spearmen sort of bringing on in one at a time. He needs to group them up a little bit. He just needs more of them. Let's see. Magenta's income is a little bit low on food. Spearmen are going to try to pursue these forces. These knights have received quite a bit of fire. That's why he's falling back with them at the moment. He's trying to fall back to get some health regen. Do you see now the health regen being activated? These elite man-at-arms now taking out this siege infrastructure, so he does have elite man-at-arm upgrades as well. And now it looks like Pink's going to try to deny the trade by a keep with a keep. Over here, looks like got a Carrack now deployed up by purple. Wait, on this side of the water at least. You can also upgrade the naval arrow slits. We've got the red palace here as well, being upgraded with the cannon emplacement. So that's a relatively rare upgrade. And listen, this wall has been mostly repaired up, but not entirely. I think we'll get a town's or keep right here. There's still plenty of gold for purple to use over here. At least 7,000 gold. And purple's Carrax does go down right there. Another Carrax has been deployed on out. It looks like purple will, or pink will be backing on off. Getting some much needed health regen for his knights. Keep has been fully built. You have some other buildings being deployed on outposts. He could perhaps deploy out some other infrastructure. There's some infrastructure stable. Cancels the outpost. And going for more and more stables now. The keeps do provide an influence. Archery range and stables within the influence can have unit cost reduced by 25%, which is actually quite significant. It's a French bonus. And now he can start deploying out an army there. He may stand for something to engage these spearmen at range. Honestly, hand cannoneers probably wouldn't be half bad if he goes for that research. Large number of batteries being pulled him out. He's trying to go for some more knights. Does not have the horseman upgrade. And some of these caravans are going down. Villagers are trying to engage in melee to stop these battle rams. Getting some good hit damage with the villagers, that's for sure. I do have a handful of elite Royal Knights now being deployed on out. As well as another keep here. That is a purple keep, however, not a pink keep. Purple's forces advancing forward. His battle rams are almost down, but do have a good number of infantry units here, but should be able to defeat these villagers no problem. The castle's now under fire now, and he's taking out all the villagers as well, so give enough time, it will burn to death. Over here, Pink will exploit that hole there and engage, and will make a breach through. There's a large number of knights deployed out by the French. May want to get some palings out. Do have some hand cannoneers now deployed out by the English. Just have extra, just high damage, 35 damage outright. And there's a spider now coming in front of my face. Sorry about that. There was a spider that crawling, literally making its way down in front of my face. Let's say that's a bit distracting. We now have a siege cannon deployed out by Pink along with all his knights. Magenta does have good forces. You can throw his archers inside the castle protected. He could lower down some palings as well. Hand cannoneers are advancing forward. And some of the Royal Knights are being picked on off. We'll find these villagers. Purple only has 94 villagers, while Pink has 152, so we got a great economy for Pink as a good reserve of resources. We got looks like a slit trench, but after all, there's a big line of walls being put out by Purple trying to stop these Royal Knights from advancing any farther forward. That's a big line of walls. He's using almost every single village to stop them, trying to secure this gold and stone there. Pink's advancing forward with his forces. We got some more hand cannoneers here. You could try to gain wall segment. What I like to do is get a wall segment, go back a little bit, then put the gate back there to get units on top of the wall safely without deploying the gate. Because gates are a vulnerability. They can be raided down by any unit, while walls can be taken down by siege. Looks like the Royal Knights have been moved away. That breach has been cleaned on up. This breach is now very much open. Cannon is now being pelted by these long bowmen. And the Magnus finds a massive volley there. The cannon does get repaired up by the villagers at the last moment. Very, very good. And there goes the rest of those forces on the ground. Magnus, of course, very good for his infantry. And any tight cluster formation. Now we do have a gate here, as well as a handful of counterweight trebuchets. Keep us firing some volleys onto these slowly putting away the elite Royal Knights. We do have some elite man-at-arms. Originally, elite man-at-arms, of course, are just a heavy melee infantry. They don't get anything special. They do have a good amount of melee armor. But the Royal Knights, of course, I believe they are... Yeah, the lances do extra damage. They do have good alpha damage. And Candias do fire a pretty good volley there, and the Knights ripping them apart. And you have to be careful of the Mangonels. Mangonels are ripping apart the ground infantry. Royal Knights are advancing forward. Overrun these forces. Looks like hand cannoneers being overrun now as well. Some of these Royal Knights are going down. Does get a nice volley there. Starter stepping away. There we go. Now the Royal Knights are facing a firing squad. But now do have... Okay, they're just cleaning up some wall segments here with the cannons. Magnanos advancing forward. Critics there onto that tower. We do have, looks like the Spearmen do see a bit of volley there. They do get the crouch off. The crouching does a little bit extra damage there. Spear roll, 11 damage. Plus 33% cavalry. Does a little bit extra damage for the cavalry. The regular melee hits are not bad for the cavalry as well. Relatively similar, actually. Critics there. Cannons do throw some rounds onto the hand cannoneers. That's good. More of these spearmen advancing forward, trying to deal with these Royal Knights. Spearmen just charging forward. There's just too many Mangonels to support the hand cannons. Not hand cannons, the cannon cannons. We do also now have some elite man-arms being pushed forward. Got the hand cannoneers receive quite a bit of fire there. Counter trebuchets eyeing for a counter barrage onto the cannons. They do get some damage there. We also have some of the arbaletiers getting some good hits onto his force as well. Regular horsemen advance forward. They're trying to overrun these Mangonels. Those get one of the Mangonels. Cannons now receiving some fire there. Got some more cannoneers pushing on their way forward. Looks like these cannons are now sieging down the castle itself. Gets some great damage there. The castle, the keep does go down. Horsemen are trying to overrun the siege weapons. Hand cannoneers for support. Does have some men-arms in the mix of it as well. The men-arms are not exactly suited this fight. Horsemen didn't get the overrun the Mangonels. And now the Mangonels are sitting on up. Actually get some great volleys on these infantry units, but only focus on single man-arms there. Horsemen do overrun one of the cannons. Cannons are incredibly expensive. The Mangonels do get a good volley there on the horsemen, but the horsemen do manage to take out another cannon. And these horsemen are unupgraded. Trying to repair up that cannon quite a bit, doing a good job of keeping that cannon alive there with that repairs. But now we've got more of these spearmen and hand cannoneers advancing forward. One cannon's up and one. You may just want to run away with a cannon. That's an expensive unit. It's worth abandoning everything else in order to get that cannon back home. Peak has lost a large number of units, large number of villagers, down a large number of military units as well. He's just getting overran, and now he does lose his cannon as well as the rest of his force. He needs to take time and regroup and reinforce. Magenta has a lot of force here. He could try to press his advantage. He may just try to clean up some of this infrastructure that's left over. Counter trebuchets are, of course, good versus structures, but that's about it. Outpost does go down there. We do have the stock now receiving some fire from a single crossbowman. And it looks like Pink will abandon some of that infrastructure he was trying to build. Trying to clean up some of these docks. There's no more care axes. We do have a handful of magenta force pushing way forward. Streaming a couple units here and there like this can be oh so annoying. If you overwhelm your opponent with a bunch of tiny raiding groups, it can get quite frustrating and just fluster your opponent like that. Basically, be like an AI, attack from every single direction. Not every single direction, but be at every single location attacking your opponent. Oh, that's interesting here. You built a lot of markers here to get out some caravans in order to reduce the initial pickup time. Very, very nice. It's like some Purple's force may get intercepted by these elite Royal Knights. The Red Palace is still firing away. It is quite wounded. Being repaired up now. And most of these Royal Knights will overrun those forces or in general move order. The cannon placement of the Red Palace, of course, allows them to engage those stone walls. Does take out that stone wall. That's actually what's supposed to be a gate. They actually cheered off that side. No, that's the debris sort of lingering around right there. That's definitely traversable by infantry now. This side is also traversable by infantry. The red palaces go down to the trebuchets. These trebuchets will be overrun by these knights, no problem. And also these villagers will be taken out by the crossbowmen. Purple's losing a handful of villagers now. And let's get some damage there onto these elite royal knights. Elite royal knights are streaming on the way forward, trying to find an opening there. The only opening is through that gate. I don't think you can get past right there. Over here, we got quite a bit of hand cannoneers, spearmen, man-at-arms engaging these royal knights once more. He's just going straight master royal knights, which may be good and bad. He does have plenty of gold income from the trade caravans to support them. I think though his opponent's just able to counter them at this point in time. It will bring out some spearmen as well as hand cannoneers. A mix of them are very good with these royal knights I've been seeing. The hand cannoneers are just generally anti-everything. The spearmen, of course, very good versus royal knights. Not a lot of gold remaining for purple, though he still has about 5,000 gold, which is quite a bit. In fact, purple has good gold reserve in the first place. Frank plays forward, does rebuild the red palace there. Trying to go for some outposts in this region, of course, give the network tower defense, castle defense, and now he does have the network castles upgrade. Spearmen is now engaging forward, got a handful of hand cannoneers, longbowmen and crossbowmen in this mix, but it looks like it's going to go in favor of pink. Royal Knights, of course, very heavy. They take a long time to deal with. He has reinforcements now streaming right next to him. His flanking force are reinforcements. And it looks like this Maginot will be overrun by purple villagers. Okay. And somehow this purple villagers right here does get some reinforcements here. He could throw some of these longbowmen, hand cannoneers, and all that stuff on top of that tower, on top of those walls. The red castle does have a range of, let's see. I don't see its range. Damage there. These longbowmen could get onto the castle wall, on top of the walls segments themselves that could possibly fire. They also use palings as well. Now outposts will in fact go down. And as force will clean up that lumber mill. We do also have a monster up here deployed up by Pink. Neither player has deployed captured a single sacred site. He could have gone for the sacred sites with his advancing forward to potentially get a game-winning condition during his attack. Magenta, he has a pretty sizable force here, but the hand cannoneers will get caught out and go down. Still now has some veteran horsemen to go and score his forces at least. If he's advancing more and more forward with these forces, the trade caravans are finding enough gold for throughout the entirety of the game, though Ink right now only has a small reserve of gold. Let's take up the wall segment once again. The red palace could be upgraded to boiling oil, which could be very handy. Forces trying to make the withdrawal now. Monster is still under fire. And we also have a couple of outposts here for the castle network. And now some elite knights coming forward to engage the royal knights. Royal knights do of course have a bit more health. And I think their damage is relatively similar as well. Can't really tell the exact comparison between the two at the moment, but I think Royal Knights are just generally a little bit better, plus they have a bit more technology since they're, of course, a unique unit. Of course, the longbow engaging away at range, they do have excellent range to engage these forces. Nice advance forward. Dukehar's got the cannon of the Red Palace. Able to find some constant good fire support for Pink in that region. Purple could try upgrading these castles, even just doing some arrow slits, just some extra damage never hurts. Pink has a good number of Arbaletiers in this region, but his Royal Knights and Reinforcements getting caught up on the Arbaletiers, they can't get past them. Royal Knights are slowly picking off these regular Knights. And now we've got the cannons now engaging these outposts now. Royal Knights are a little bit wounded. They could pull them back, get them some health regen. And right now, there's quite a bit of resources stockpiled up for Pink. Purple doesn't have a whole lot of resources stockpiled. Those has plenty of gold and food, so they need to get out some more hand cannoneers and other gold-based units for some Knights. Right now, he's just running a bit low in wood, which are the counter units mostly, and cheap units. Ooh, those Mangonel shots were quite accurate there. Royal Knights advancing forward. A couple of them are very, very good. We do have counter retribution to go for some siege, counter siege. Royal Knights advancing forward trying to deal with the hand cannons. And the hand cannon, or the regular cannon does go down. The trebuchet does go down as well. He's advancing forward with some more forces. Royal Knights are able to engage these Knights in a 3v1 combat generally. Horsemen is charging forward, maybe trying to deal with some of the cannons and Mangonels. Good hit there onto these infantry forces. And these Royal Knights are being picked apart now by the crossbowmen. Great hit right there. Great damage right there. More damage onto these crossbowmen. And Purple has actually backed out of the game right there. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching and on to the next replay.